is we are going to get into matrices. I think matrices are more seen than potentially on the ACT than the SAT because I have a whole... Okay, so we're going to get some new vocab today. This is a matrix when we have these little brackets and or you'll see bars later. A matrix is a rectangular array of terms called, they're just called elements. I'm never going to ask you for that word, but I figured I'd let you know. Oh, an M by N. That's how we'd say that. Like a 2x4 is a piece of wood at the lumber store, right? An M by N matrix. It always talks about rows, then columns. Is that very hard to remember? For sure. Rows, then columns. So if we wanted to look at this matrix right here, how many rows do we have? 2 rows. How many columns do we have? 3. So this one right here would be a 2x3. Let's just put some sizes here. What about this one? How many rows right here? 2 rows, Y and X. How many columns? Yeah, so this one right here is a 2x1. Interesting. This one is also a 2x1. This is just one element they're saying within that row. So that's also a 2x1. But I understand that that could be confusing. Ooh, Ben Richardson, how many rows do you think in this one?
3.
Yeah, how many columns?
2.
Good, so that's a 3x2. How about this one, you guys? A 3x3. Is it important to do the rows first? Yes. We got to put the rows first. How I think of it is you got to like rows, horizontal before vertical. How are we going to think of that? Count horizontal before you count vertical. How are we going to remember that?
X comes before Y.
X. Oh, I like that. X is before Y in the alphabet. The x-axis is horizontal. The y-axis is vertical. I like that. I've never thought about that. I dig it. Okay, let's keep going with our vocab. Matrices are usually named with capital letters. Okay, great. Adding 2 matrices together. If you can add them, you can as long as we have the same dimensions. Okay. That's it. Okay, you guys, so let's just jump to this one. It says find A plus B if A is here and B is here. You guys, you can only add matrices if they're the same dimensions. Would you say this is also a 2x3? Yeah, so can I add them? Yeah, you guys, my answer is going to be a 2x3. So sometimes I go through and I'm like, okay, that's a 2x3. And when you add them, guys, you're going to be like, this is great. Whatever's in the top left, you add. Those go in the top left. What's -2 plus -6? That's all that you got to do. Top middle, 0 plus 7. 7. 1 plus -1. 0. 0 plus 4. 5 plus -3. -8 plus 10. And you just added 2 matrices. We love adding. We love them. Okay. I'm going to skip this little fun fact because we're going to do that in a second. This one, it says find the values for x and y, which makes this matrix equal to that matrix. So you're like, okay, if these are equal, anything on the top, if they're the same dimensions, equals the other thing on the top. So we could go ahead and say y equals 2x minus 6. What would the other one be? X equals 2y. Now, is that the same as like a system of equations now? Could I solve that? Yeah. Let's go plug in 2y in for x. Then I'm going to do this, and I'm going to say that, and I'm going to say 4y minus 6. I'm going to move that over. I get 3y equals 6. Does y equal 2? Great. That was a much better reception. Okay, what did we get for that y? Did we get y was what? 2. If y is 2, could I go plug that in and get my x? X would be 4 then? Fellas, we okay over here? Lukey? So you guys, this was just saying any matrix that has the same dimensions, you can set the pieces equal to each other. With this one, it wants us to do C minus D. Do you think I'm allowed to do that? Are they both 3 by 2s? X-axis before y-axis. I like that. Lolly, you're shaking your head. Yes, and I agree, sir. So my answer is going to be a 3 by 2. You could put the little blanks for it. You don't have to. But the top left is going to be 9 minus 8. So let's go ahead and see if we can get the same things when we subtract. Be careful with your negatives. 9 minus 8. 4 minus negative 2. Okay, we feel okay. Adding and subtracting matrices, easy breezy. How about multiplying? If it says, hey, A is this matrix, this 3 by 3, find 3 of it. What do you think we'd have to do? Multiply every single element by 3. I'll see you guys at the end. It's still going to be a 3 by 3. Multiply everything by 3. So, in order to multiply, here we go. To multiply matrices, this is pretty wild. Look at what it says. The product of an m by n. So I'm actually going to, if I were you, I'd write this out. M by n multiplied by an n by r is, I'm just writing this right here, m by n multiplied by an n by r. Check this out. You can multiply them, and they're saying the answer would be an m by r. You're like, what? And r is just another number, right? So this could be, Hayden, this could be like 4 by 2 multiplied by a 2 by 6 is going to be a 4 by 6. So here are the rules for us to be able to multiply. Do you agree these middle values match? In order to multiply, these must match. What's the answer going to be then? It's going to be whatever's left. The answer is going to be this dimension, m by r. You guys see that? It's a little funky. So in order to multiply matrices, if these middle numbers don't match, you can't multiply it, and you can just write can't. Done. Those are the best problems. Oh, golly. And the answer, so let's first start with, let's go first remind ourselves of the size of this. This would be a what by what. This is why the size is important. A what by what? Oh, careful. X-axis, Y-axis. I know, right? It's so easy to do. Right? X-axis, Y-axis. What about B? 3 by 1. Very good. C. 3 by 2. So, I'm going to ask you, could we go ahead and multiply A times B? A times B. Guys, correct me if I'm wrong. A was a 2 by 3. B was a 3 by 1. Are we allowed to multiply them if they both have a 3 in the middle? Yes, they were allowed to multiply them. And what would my answer shape be? It'd be a 2 by 1. So good. Just as a reminder, what a 2 by 1 would look like is it'd be 2 rows, 1 column. What if I said, oh, go multiply B times C? What's B's dimension? B was a 3 by 1. C was a 3 by 2. Can you multiply them? No. And that's as far as you got to go, which is so nice because those middle numbers didn't match. Okay, here we go. I said, hey, go find A times B. Let's go ahead and write everyone's dimension first. X-axis, Y-axis. What do we say in the first one is? 3 by 3, you guys are good. B is a 2 by 2. C, 3 by 2. 3 rows, 2 columns. Love it. They said find A times B. A is a 3 by 3. B is a 2 by 2. Can I multiply them? No. That's why I didn't give you any space. You don't need it. We can't multiply them. Those middle numbers didn't match. Now can we go find A times C? And I would write it. A times C. Can we multiply those? Yeah. What's my answer going to be? Yeah. What's up? Here we go. All right. If I were you, it just takes writing some things out. So if we're multiplying A times C, I'm going to write A here and I'm going to write C here. I know it seems crazy. And the order that you write it is very important. So I'm going to write A. 3, negative 4, 6, negative 6, 2, 6. Got to bring them down. I know it's annoying. I'm going to bring C over here. 2, 6, 7. Ah! So when we go to multiply these, here is where the answer is going to go. And what did we say our answer was going to be? What dimensions? We said it was going to be a 3 by 2. It was what was left, right? Putting the spaces for this, muy importante. 3 rows, 2 columns. 3 rows, 2 columns. It'll really help us get our final answer. Here's the deal.
Oh, is this like in kindergarten? 300.
Kind of. Yeah, well, not that bad. This spot here, what we need to do to get this value is take this entire row times this entire column, add them up, and their answer goes right there. It's okay. Ready? Let me talk you through. Ready? Check this out. Multiply. What is 1 times 2? 2. Then watch what I do. Boop. What's 3 times negative 1? Negative 3. What's 8 times 6? 48. We have to add those 3 values together. We got 2 minus 3 is negative 1 plus 48 is 47. You guys did it. Multiplying is terrible. I have not seen multiplying matrices on the ACT though. Okay, they don't ask us this hard of a question. What do you think I would add or subtract to get these values over here? Exactly. It's that top row still and the column right above it. We can do that. That's why I do like how they have this lined up. Thank you, UA. So you guys, we can do this. Ready? We can do hard things. Multiply 1 and negative 3. Negative 3 plus 6 is 3. 3 plus 56 is 59. Good job, you guys. This is hard. This is monotonous. It's tedious. This space here, do you agree, is in line with the middle row, and it's the first column? Yeah? Okay. So I'm going to go pink spot here. Here we go. Ben Richardson, you got this. You're going to get yourself 3 times 2 is 6. Plus 4 is 10. 10 plus 36? Okay, well done, sir. For their choice of the cracked candy jar, who wants to try this space over here? Lily, you got this.
Do I say it?
Yeah, let's do each step. This middle row, this right column, right?
3 times negative 3 is negative 9.
Negative 9 plus
Negative 8.
negative 8 is
Negative 17.
negative 17 plus 42. 42 minus 17.
25.
Nice. Much. 22, you said? Phew. Last one. I'll meet you guys there. I want you guys to try this one. Let's see if we get the same answer. Shh. Let's just try this, practice this one more time. Let's go do A times B. Let's go write their dimensions first. What's A? 2 by 2. What's B? 2 by 3. It's very tempting to say 3 by 2, but that's going to change things, change our answer. What's C? 2 by 3. Okay. Can we do A times B? Oh, shoot. 2 by 2 times a 2 by 3. You guys, why didn't I give us more space? Okay, let's think ahead real fast, actually. Let's think ahead. Don't you agree? We need a lot of space to do this. Okay, let's look at 8 real fast. Can I multiply B times C? I cannot because the 3 and the 2 don't match. So I'm just going to say can't right here, and then this one's done, right? So now I have at least the rest of the space for my A times B. What a goober. Braden Fink, you got to make sure that you write your A down here, and then you write your B up here. It's got to go in that order, you guys. The first thing listed always goes on the left. Bray, I didn't pick you out for any reason. I just felt like saying a name. Okay. Then it's always important to write out the spaces. I think it helps us figure out what is my answer going to be? What dimension will my answers be? A 2 by 3. Since it's going to be a 2 by 3, I'm going to go 2 rows and 3 columns worth of answer spaces. I'm going to get you started on 1, and then we'll match up at the end. To get this top left spot, it's the top row, left column. Multiply those things together and add them up. So it would be like 21 plus 0. If I mess something up, you all get candy.